Hello Seekers, welcome to Puneet's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. I'm once again back in the nature to bring a unique video with you, and this video this time is about Jupiter transit in Dhanish Nakshatra. The video can be a bit shaky, but because I'm just trying to shoot at a vlog style, I hope you like this kind of style of video, and if you like, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me, the links are in the description box below. And if you want to take my consultations, the email ID is given in the description box below. You can send me an email. So let's continue with Jupiter transit in Dhanish Nakshatra. Jupiter is a planet of knowledge, wisdom. Jupiter is the planet of abundance. Dhanish Nakshatra means the abundant one, the wealthy one. It's a nakshatra which is ruled by 8 Vasus, which also marks abundance, prosperity, and Jupiter is the planet that defines wealth, that defines prosperity. When I'm talking about wealth, I'm talking about abundance, the Ashtalakshmi Swaroop, and not the material wealth. Dhanishta means Dhan plus Ishta, someone who is the lord of wealth. So we can remember Kuber with reference to this nakshatra. The symbolism of this nakshatra is drums and flute. The musical instruments are having a great association with this nakshatra, which has a lot of symbolic importance associated with this. First of all, these are musical instruments, so this is represented by bringing life into rhythm, bringing life in sync with the cosmos. And once you are in sync with the cosmos, once you are in rhythm, that is when you become wealthy, that is when you are said to be prosperous, and that is when you are said to be the Dhanishta. The importance of musical instrument is that it also represents creativity, it also represents happiness because you are so happy with the wealth that you have that you are playing instruments, musical instruments. But the two musical instruments that is associated with Dhanish Nakshatra are drums and flute. Drums in the tune of Mridangam. Now if you see, the drum is a kind of an instrument that is discrete, that is like digital signal. It doesn't have a continuous, it runs on beats, which tells a lot about change, which tells a lot about randomness, which talks a lot about the kind of power, the Martian energy which is associated with this nakshatra. But on the other hand, the flute is associated with Lord Krishna. It is more mesmerizing, it is more soothing, it is more pleasing in nature, it is more rhythmic in nature. So what happens with the flute? It shows rhythm. With the drum, it shows masculine energy, the power to tell people. You know, in the old age, when the kings used to tell something to the people, the messengers used to come with the drum and they used to beat the drums and they say, Suno, Suno, Suno. That means listen, listen, listen. Drums are used to draw your attention. So when you're talking about the drums, you're also talking about the factor of life, which is that you need to beat it out, you need to work on that. It's more about force, whereas flute is more about surrender. So this is force as well as surrender. That's the duality of this nakshatra, and that's the most confusing part that makes Dhanishta natives highly confused and which can make them superficial. It's like a chaos. Which instrument to play? Should I play the flute or should I play the drum? Now the drum is more chaotic, the drum is more powerful, the beat hits you, and the flute hypnotizes you. So on one hand, it's more about the drum beat, one hand it's more about telling the world how wealthy you are, telling the world your power. It's like showcase of the power. On the other hand, the flute more talks about being devoted, being devotional, being surrender. And that duality gets more, it increases when Jupiter enters the Dhanish Nakshatra. Dhanish Nakshatra spans itself in 2 zodiac signs of Saturn. One half is in the sign of Capricorn, which is the sign of debilitation of Jupiter. And on the other hand, the second half of Dhanish Nakshatra is in Aquarius, which itself is the sign of abundance, prosperity, expansion. When Jupiter goes into this nakshatra, the Saturnian quality and the Martian quality comes into picture. That means Jupiter will be now here to act. Now this is the time to act on the wealth. This is the time to act on the prosperity. Jupiter, when it goes in Dhanishta, it goes on 5th of March and it will continue till the mid of May. That's a huge time. And remember, this is not the first time Jupiter will go into Dhanishta. Jupiter will go into Dhanishta, then it will become retrograde when it goes in the sign of Aquarius, then it will re-enter Dhanishta, and then it will stay for a very long duration. This is for the first journey into Dhanish Nakshatra. For the second journey, I will make another video. And the effect of Mars will start coming into picture. Jupiter now wants to execute whatever it has learnt in the Shravana Nakshatra, in the Dhanishta, so that it gives you the quality to act. Now it is the time to work on things. But remember, in this frame of Jupiter in Dhanishta, Mars will be with Rahu. And surprisingly, for the entire duration, when Jupiter is in Dhanishta, Mars is with Rahu. Now if you see the sign of Capricorn and the sign of Taurus, where Mars is right now, they are forming a Nav Pancham formation, they are entwined to each other, they are earthly signs. And if you see the position of Taurus, it is 5th from the sign of Capricorn. And when Jupiter goes into Dhanishta, it will aspect Mars and Rahu. Now that is a very auspicious move of Jupiter, because we cannot think any less of the huge planet Jupiter, that the aspect can be reduced or belittled just because it got debilitated. That's not true. Because when Jupiter goes debilitated, in spite of being in the state of debilitation, in Dhanishta, Jupiter can work wonders. One thing that can come in this picture, one bad quality that can come is that greed can come into a lot of people's mind. And in order to expand your name and fame, because drumming, you are expanding your name, you are letting people know worldwide. You might take some steps because of the Rahu's influence on Mars that will actually may assume to be good, but will at the end of the day will not be good. So you must be very careful. So basically, when Jupiter finds its position in this particular nakshatra, what you should do is you should look out for surrender. You should look out to surrender yourself to the divine. You should look out for more flute-like life rather than the drum-like life. But this also shows that if your life is completely stuck and only a drum kind of beating in your life can pull you out from this from the scenario in your life, the problems that you're facing, then this is the right time for that. Especially when Jupiter will be in the sign of Aquarius, which is going to happen on 6th of April. So from 5th of March to 6th of April, that 1 month will be when Jupiter will be in Capricorn. But Jupiter will soon go out of debilitated sign on 6th of April, and then most of its journey in Dhanishta will be in the sign of Aquarius. First it will go forward, then it will become direct, and then it will come back to the sign of Capricorn. So what I'm trying to say is that when Jupiter goes into Aquarius, it is very, very auspicious time. It goes out from the domain of Rahu. And so when you're talking about Aquarius, Jupiter in Aquarius is about expansion, about network circle, about going into religious places, traveling to different countries. Dhanishta Jupiter makes you travel. So what you have to do is you have to try to visit temples. You have to try to visit place of ancestral origin, try to visit place of religious importance, spiritual importance, because that way Dhanishta's superficial quality will get reduced. You should pray to Lord Kuber, bring Kuber Yantra at home, chant Kuber Mantra, also chant Lakshmi Mantra, bring Shri Yantra at home, and while this Jupiter energy sits and resides and utilizes the Dhanishta qualities, expand your wealth. Wealth expansion, working towards your wealth, working towards the finances is going to be the key theme when Jupiter will be in Dhanishta, at least for the first half. Because remember, in this small time frame, when Mars and Rahu are together, Mars and Rahu is 5th from Jupiter, and 5th house is about information, 5th house is about learning, 5th house is about knowledge, and 5th house is something that is also dealing with the past life positive karma. So when Jupiter's 5th house finds out the Lord of Nakshatra and Jupiter aspects that house, Mars also gets a lot of positive power. Mars also gets a lot of discipline, and that can create wonders in creative industry, that can create wonders if you want to express your life in a certain manner, if you want to start something new, if you want to come out of any problem. This seems to be a one positive time frame when you can achieve what you want to do. But you should not fall for the negative traits of the Dhanishta Nakshatra. You should not fall for the material things. But remember, when I'm talking about money, I'm not talking about in the sense of animalistic instinct towards money. I'm talking about the divine instinct. I'm talking about the prosperity. Health is also a wealth. Wealth in all forms. Wealth in the terms of family happiness. Wealth in the terms of peace of mind. Wealth in the terms of happy marriage. All these things will be a part and parcel if taken care. But if the energy is left unchecked, if Rahu interaction with Mars and Jupiter supersedes Jupiter influence on them, then it can really influence your marriage. If you have any planet in Dhanishta Nakshatra, find out where is Jupiter lying in your horoscope and which planet is in Dhanishta and what houses that planet rules. Say Mars is in Dhanishta in your case, then which houses have Aries and Scorpio, because then when Jupiter will transit that house, Jupiter will disrupt. Jupiter is going to teach you something. Jupiter will make you work towards that. But Jupiter is only going to make you work with a limited scope, because remember, after all, it's a Saturn zodiac. The scope of expansion will be limited. Jupiter wants to expand, but then there will always be some clauses attached to it. There will always be some rules attached to it, and there will always be a case where you have to follow a discipline, otherwise you won't get anything. The musical instrument also tells us that musical instruments are only musical instrument because you're following a particular pattern, you're following a particular rhythm, you're following a particular rule. Because it's not like you have a drum and you will beat with any sequence, or you have a flute and you will play the flute with any sequence and it will be termed as music. It will become a noise. So Dhanishta has a great, energy that can convert music into noise in no time. And while it expands its reach towards two zodiac signs of Saturn, Saturn influence on Dhanishta is very huge. The influence of Saturn is that you are supposed to do karma. One leg is in karma and the other leg is in karmfal, Aquarius. And if you are doing a karma, if you are focusing it, if you are doing what you are supposed to do, you will get the benefit of Saturn. You have to see if Saturn is positive in your chart or not. Because if Saturn is negative, then you have to be slightly careful. Otherwise, if your Saturn is more or less positive, then it is kind of excellent. Now, Jupiter is also called as Karaka of marriage. If your 7th Lord is in Dhanishta, if your 5th Lord is in Dhanishta, if your 11th Lord is in Dhanishta, 2nd Lord is in Dhanishta, or if planets are not in Dhanishta, but you see that the Jupiter is somehow influencing 2, 5, 7 and 11 houses, that means you have to be slightly careful about marriage. This is not the time to initiate any kind of dispute in marriage. This is not the time to talk nonsense. This is not the time when you will be, you would want to destroy things. This is the time when you will be wanting to remain practical. But the flute says be polite and the drum says be vocal. So if you have a problem, be polite but be vocal. Always show the sympathy, show the sign of politeness, show the sign of humbleness, but also be firm in your attitude. That is what Jupiter will make you do. Especially if you are a Sagittarius ascendant and Pisces ascendant people, then your ascendant Lord is Jupiter. If your moon sign is also Sagittarius and Pisces, your moon sign is also controlled by Jupiter, and therefore the Jupiter is going to bring a kind of firmness in your attitude and you will work towards it. But see, the problem with Dhanishta is assumptions. In case of assumptions, you can assume anything and then you can think that, okay, what I'm assuming is the right thing and let me work towards it, let me talk, and that is where the Dhanishta fails. It may be that you're celebrating before your victory. So that has to undergo a fact check, that has to undergo a proper check, and that only you can do with your proper understanding and with practicality and the approach of Saturn. And the best thing is that Saturn is with Jupiter to give it the necessary practicality, to give it the necessary field of view. Which also means that in marriages and in other areas of the life, especially if you are talking about name, fame, money, career, reality check will happen This reality check is very important in the month of March, and you should always focus what life is giving you in the month of March, because whatever you will get in the month of March will act as a mirror to you, and it will be giving you a new dimension, a new vision, a new point of view towards life, however small it may be. Now I know this is a transit and the effect varies people to people depending upon your own horoscope, but it is going to impact. If it rains for everyone. So the energy of Jupiter is dawning upon us, showering upon us, and our task is to utilize this energy as much as possible. Don't let Dhanishta go because of greed. Don't let the positive of Dhanishta vanish because of your misunderstanding about something, of your bad decision. Think through, plan and execute. Jupiter is with you. So once you take care about the uncertainty about Dhanishta, you will see that this nakshatra is going to blossom your life just like the flowers here, just like the beauty of nature, and you will also find yourself in shadow, in peace and in bliss. So guys, this was all about Dhanish Nakshatra. I hope you make the best use of the Jupiter energy, and do not forget to like the video if you like this, and share the video among social media with friends and family, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, so that people get to know more about the placement of Jupiter. Another video on Jupiter in Dhanishta will come when Jupiter will again go into the Dhanishta in the sign of Aquarius. Lot more videos are coming soon. Stay tuned, explore my channel for more such videos. If you want to give me any suggestion, you are free to put your suggestion in the comment section below. And do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. This is your host Puneet, signing off. See you once again in nature and possibly at Ganga Ghat. Bye-bye.